Hey guys, welcome to your weekly reading. My name is Alexa. Today I'm doing a reading for the week of December 1st through December 7th of 2024. This reading is predominantly channeled for my Capricorn, so if you have any major Capricorn placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or North Node, this one is for you. Every single week I post videos channeled for my Capricorn, so if that's something that you'd be interested in, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Today I'm doing a reading with my Moonology Oracle deck. As I like to open most of my readings, I'm going to start out by asking today what perspectives or what guidance might be useful for you in navigating this week that we have ahead of us. I feel like for last week, my dear Capricorns, there were a lot of themes of getting out of your comfort zone, getting into a different routine, maybe trying new things, different scenery, doing basically anything to get you into a little bit of a different perspective. I feel like some of you were kind of in need of maybe a little bit of a mindset shift or a reset last week. So for this week ahead, it looks like first card I pulled, or first card that's jumping out at me actually, is Luck is on your side, the new moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius energy is all about the bigger picture, expanding the mind, expanding horizons. A lot of Sagittarian energy is usually correlated with travel. This can be physically traveling, exploring new cultures, exploring new lands. This can also be a traveling of the mind, so especially philosophy or diving into other languages, other cultures. Those themes may feel kind of refreshing to you right now. They may feel good for you, and based off of last week's reading, again, we are in this season where getting out of your comfort zone and your daily routine a little bit is likely going to be in service to you. Last week I pulled the 8 of Pentacles for you guys. There was a lot in the way of something good is coming your way. This card is basically a reiteration of that. So you are still in the energy of acceptance. You are still in the energy of receiving. This may be something that you are in the process of receiving. Maybe you're getting new downloads. Maybe you're in the process of applying for a new job, opening up new prospects. Maybe this is something that you feel like is delayed. I'm getting delayed for some of you, and you feel like you've been trying to manifest or access or tap into whatever this energy may be, and maybe you're in a state where you're still trying to figure out, like, what do you need to do in order to be able to achieve that or get to that point. And if that is the case, then the message with this is, ironically, luck is on your side. It's coming your way. The very first thing that this book says is that whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. So this is I feel a continuation of last week's energy, which I absolutely love for some of you, especially if you've been in a place where you've been feeling kind of lackluster, kind of dispassionate about your life or your situation. Maybe it's work, maybe it's relationship. I feel like things are spicing up a little bit. Not so much that it's chaotic and you're like, holy shit, what is going on? But enough so that your brain is maybe stimulated a little bit more and a little bit more engaged in what's going on around you. Some other things to keep in mind with this: new moon in Sag can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. Kind of what I just said. This card is about exploring life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Maybe it's time to change your mind about something important. I don't know. Maybe you've had a belief system about something that is just no longer in service to you. Maybe you're like, this belief system is BS. I don't really need to carry this anymore. Or maybe this was a thing that at one point you intuited. Maybe it's about a relationship or a job, and at one point you were like, this is it or this is not it. And you're in a state now where that may be reversing itself, and that reversal is opening up space for you to really come into what your truth is now. The thing that's crazy about intuition is that it can be right, but it's also subject to change. Much like readings, if you do a tarot reading, it doesn't necessarily mean this is the course of your life from this point forward. It just means this is what the energy is bringing up for you based off of the point that you're at that moment when you're having that reading done. So if you change your behaviors, if you change your surroundings, you change your outcome, you change your energy, then those outcomes may shift for you as well. So just to keep in mind, it's not finished yet, whatever it is. I feel like for some of you, this is a new project. For some of you, this is a project that's been in the works. Maybe you tucked it under the rug for a little bit. Something though in this thing that you're investing in or wanting to invest in is bringing good fortune your way, and it is bringing something positive and light to you, and it's possible that some of your belief systems are getting in the way of that or blocking that. So maybe some of those delays are just coming as a result of your belief system. When you change your beliefs, you change your reality. So for some of you, maybe you've put in all the hard legwork, maybe you have set up everything, the foundations, the structures that is necessary, and you just need to work on shifting your energy a little bit and your beliefs a little bit in regarding this specific thing, and that alone is going to be a lot of the work for you. Last week's message message was a lot about changing your perspective on things, not necessarily changing up your whole life. So yes, there is of course some value, as last week's reading said, in shifting your horizons, changing your environment, but that doesn't necessarily mean burn everything to the ground and start over. So I do feel like there's definitely a reiteration of that, of changing your belief system, changing your energy, the way that you're coming at things is likely going to be in very big service to you. Jumping off of the new moon and Sagittarius energy, we also have the new moon in Taurus in reverse. And this card comes up anytime there are questions specifically around financial matters, material matters, anything that has to do with earth energy. If you're familiar with astrology, Taurus energy is very closely tied to material things, creature comforts, the sense of stability within our body, within ourselves. In the reverse, I do feel like this is containing some encouragements for you to do some self-care. Maybe for some of you that's like a little bit of bookkeeping. For some of you, I'm taking stock of your investments, just like paying attention to that, especially moving into the holiday season. It may take like 10 minutes for you to kind of budget out how much you want to be, like how much do you want to spend on gifts, for example, this year or whatever. Like just having some kind of cognition about that and taking a little bit of time out to plan for yourself, reassess things, get in touch with your goals. It may feel like a really big thing, but it actually probably won't take a lot of effort. It might just take like a little bit of time. I feel like for some of you, a lot of the effort might come in your belief systems about it. Maybe this is going to bring up some discomfort in you. Like if finances is something that's uncomfortable for you to look at, definitely a challenge here for you to be willing to do that. Reason why this card comes up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or doubting your self-worth. This card suggests that you can have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. Oh my God, there's that theme again. This comes down to laws of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. You can create abundance. Now is a really good time to make a 12-month financial plan. I know that we are moving into the final month of the year, so for some of you, you're going to be like, why in the world would I create a plan when I could just do that in the new year? Because a lot of people will do things in the new year and kind of fall off because they use it as like a New Year's resolution thing. My encouragement would just be start the habits now, especially like if you can do it during the busy holiday season, there's no reason why you can't do it throughout the rest of next year. So I would encourage you to acknowledge your relationship to finances, put a little bit of TLC, a little bit of time into that. It doesn't have to be a ton, and get clear about what your goals are, and also get clear about where are the areas where maybe you're blocking yourself. Maybe you have some negative narratives, negative self-beliefs. Maybe you're telling yourself, oh, well, I can't have that. So here's why, or I can't have that because, or I can't have that. And so I can't have this also. Whatever spiral, I feel like for some of you, it's a little bit spirally, and for some of you it's maybe stuck on like one thing. Maybe you feel pretty clear-headed in a lot of different arenas in life, but like on this one thing you're like, oh, I have so many sticky beliefs. This is a really, really, really good time for you to take aside a little bit of space to work through some of those. The way that you show up, the energy that you have when you're showing up for yourself, when you're showing up for these things, is going to very heavily shift your experience of them, and therefore the outcome that you are either experiencing or the outcome that you are perceiving. If you don't already have a practice of gratitudes, I am going to reiterate this. I highly encourage you to do that every single morning and or night. Write down 5 things that you're grateful for. Try to make them different every time. I will be honest, I pretty much every single day will put my cat down as one of the things I'm grateful for. So that is just a separate entry, and I do 5 more outside of her because I know I'm always going to have gratitude for her. But just really getting in touch with the things that you're grateful for that bring you a sense of lightness, lightheartedness. And if these are things that you're struggling to find in your life, if you feel like this has been so dark and dull and I'm not finding things that I'm appreciative of, this is where being open to changing a little bit in your day-to-day, opening yourself up to some new experiences, might remind you of the things that you do really love and appreciate about your life. So I am feeling called to close out. I really don't feel like I need to move into tarot today. I feel like this was pretty self-explanatory. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out and let me know, or if you want me to do a little extra poll or something feels like it needs more clarification, I'd be more than happy to do that. And all that aside, again, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you do so if you find these readings to be helpful, or know someone who has Capricorn in their big 3 or their North Node. Highly recommend that you share this with them so that they can have some encouragement and perspective for their week ahead too. All right, I love you guys so much. Thank you, and I will see you guys next week.